I wanted to do a stream kind of starting at the basics, at class 101, talking about money. And here's what I want to do. I want to talk about it because I think, like, from an education perspective, I take for granted sometimes the things that I know. And I know that from the things that I know and the things that I have gone on in my path to create financial wellness and stability in my life, I would be doing you guys a disservice to not talk through that, okay? Because your high schools didn't talk about it. They taught you how to carry the wood and all of that shit. How can we understand the key concepts and knowledge to build wealth so we can then obtain infrastructure? Because that's when you can change some shit. You understand what I'm saying? But when you think about these concepts, one of the most important concepts in that is your most important resource, if you are a man of value or a man of incoming value, is your time. You understand me? Is your time. Your time is the most important aspect for building wealth, for retiring early, to being financially independent. 100%, it is your time. It is what you are doing in the 24 hours that you have, which is the same 24 hours that I have, which is the same 24 hours that a homeless person has, which is the same 24 hours that Elon Musk has. You understand what I'm saying? We all do different things with our time in considering our value. And I think that this is an extremely important concept because far too often we're okay with just wasting our time, all right? I get sick, I get repulsed if I find myself wasting my time because time is money. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Breezy in the building. Oh, emoji, emoji, emoji. Excellent topic. Had to drop the support since I'm back. Shout out to Breezy, Patreon gang in the building. Those jobs you listed are on point. BS and Information and Network and CJ Representative. Shout out to Breezy. Absolutely. We got to keep that knowledge going. Listen, my undergraduate was Management Information Systems, okay? Which I think they might have actually changed the name of that, but it's like a mixture between IT, okay, and business, which is perfect for me because I'm a technology geek, right? And I love business. I love economics, and I'm very fond of statistics. That's why you see me guys doing like numbers and comparative analysis on the channel from time to time. You understand what I'm saying? But we need to talk about that as well because there's an idea of the blue collar folks saying, why go to college? And then the white collar folks saying, why go blue collar, right? Like, why work out hourly, da 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 da. There's a lot of different things that you can do with your time, all right? Now, you got one side of the coin that says, well, college makes no sense, all right? It makes no sense because when you leave college, you have all of this debt, and you're not going to make enough money to, and I agree with them, but I also don't agree with them. Here's why. Because the highest performing, on average, okay, people from a income earning perspective are those with the highest level degrees. And that's just statistics. You guys can put your feelings down in there, all that you want. I wish I had more time. I'd bring up the numbers for you right now. But on average, yes, you have outliers, such as like a Zuckerberg, right, that created Facebook that never finished Harvard. Yes, there's outliers. But on average, the highest earning amongst us in America are those of the highest degrees. That's just a fact, okay? Sorry to tell you. So here's the thing, is that they invested time of not making money to get enough education, all right, to make more money into the future. Now, there is also another argument, but going to school, okay, I can start making money straight out of high school and start making six figures in a blue collar profession, which is very true, and it's an awesome way to get skills that will solve customers' problems, so that you can build revenue, so you can build profit. Let's say you own that business, so you can build in that. And listen, and at the end of the day, you have to look at both of those paths and then understand what makes the most sense for you based off of what makes you the most happy, right? Where do you feel the most fulfilled, okay? But do know, love, and understand that no matter what path that you go on, whether it be blue collar, white collar, or maybe like entrepreneur, all right, that there's pros and there's cons within that. What did I do? Just real quick. I did white collar, all right? Here's my story, all right? It's simple. I remember I was on the LIR, all right, on my New York CAX. You know the train that goes out to Long Island, okay? I was on the LIR as a kid, and I saw a dude who looked like a representation of myself that I felt like I was going to look like into the future, and he had on a suit and a tie, and he was on a train. And I was just looking at him, and I was like, whatever he does is cool. My pops is not white collar, okay? All right? And I was looking at him and I was like, yo, I think whatever he does is probably will probably look cool. So in my future, I then investigated things that put me on that path, okay? I became interested in technology. I was always a technology geek, right? I always loved gadgets. I always loved video games. I always loved technology, right? And then I love business. I love money. I love economics. And I just married the two to my undergraduate degree of management information systems, which then started out my career. And I was able to flip that into white collar job, into more education, into another white collar job, to making six figures, which started like 7 years ago, about 8 years ago now, if I do the math correctly. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the path that I followed, okay? That's just the path that I followed because at a young age, I wanted to understand what made me tick. But listen, there's a lot of people, and I understand it, that don't want that corporate shit, and I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it. It's just not your personality. You'd rather do things with your hands. Listen, I'm not a do things with my hand person. If a light goes out in my crib, I'm calling an electrician. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not my thing. Okay? But you can make a lot of money doing the blue collar ish. So I no matter what path you go down, just understand what will make you the most happy. Okay? From a blue collar perspective, the thing is whatever you study in, that's what you'll be doing, okay? That's what you'll be doing, okay? There's not a lot of room to learn additional things if you get tired of whatever you picked, okay? From white collar, going to college, getting your college education, you have a breadth of things that you can do, all right? So if you are 18 and you are unsure, perhaps it'd be good for you to do long-term education so that either A, you get more time to understand where you are, or you could pick a degree that's broad enough to be in a scope of influence, okay? A scope of majors that you can then take to be interested into the future. Shit, I chose management information systems, but like I had an idea of what I can do, but I wasn't sure. But at the end of the day, I knew I liked business and I liked technology. That's what I knew, and that's what that major was. So I just pursued that, and it turned into some shit that I love. Like, and it's crazy, because like my 9 to 5, I love my 9 to 5, and I love YouTube, which is crazy. All right, but that's that happiness shit that I've been strategic about from the time that I was a kid. But it takes work to get there. Are you spending the majority of your time Netflixing and chilling, or are you spending the majority of your time continuing your education to build your skill set? Or if you're not at the point of attaining or building a skill set, are you putting as much time, energy, and effort into figuring out what the fuck that you want to do? Are you putting that much time into it, or you come across the subject and you say, nah, I'll go focus on something else? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because I tell you what, being able to discover, okay, what it is of who you are and what it is that you want to do within your life is one of the most difficult questions that you can ask yourself. But it's the most impactful because you were determining what you were going to do for the entirety and the rest of your life. And it's important. And it's important. okay? Whatever you choose, think about it on a time horizon, okay? Because you don't have to do it for the entirety of your life. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to do it for the entirety of your life. This is not our parents' earth where they picked a profession and did it until they retired. Screw that. Screw that. This is the gig economy, all right? This is the gig economy. This is, I can create my own shit online. Shit, I got a YouTube channel right now that I created out of nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You can flip, but it's like, what skills are you gaining to flip into something that you can see yourself doing? My experience in corporate America, I use today on my YouTube channel. You understand? But I build skill sets in order to be able to do that. Without those skill sets, I couldn't even talk about the things that I'm doing right now. So it's periods of time in your life. You understand that? Please understand that your life is long. Your life is long. There's so many things to pick. Your life is long. You can be doing something for 5 to 10 years to get enough financial backing so you can try something that you want to do later that you're more interested in doing. But you have to create that plan. If you don't create that plan, you're just floating through life. You're just floating through life and just making it up as you go along. That's not strategic. That's not how you end up being the most happiest version of yourself, just figuring out as you go. No, create a plan. Anyway, here's the last thing that I wanted to talk about, okay? Hold on, thirsty again. Shout out to Red Cup Talk gang in the building. Come on, cheers, cheers. Bang, salute everybody. Hit on the like button, guys. I don't know why we don't have like 700 likes in this bitch. Oh, probably because we don't have 700 people. It's okay though. Shout out to everybody that into the building. Okay, I gotta go down into the Patreon and Discord server in a bit, but listen, we got good content for you left. Okay, by your good old buddy MTR. All right. So you want to become a millionaire? How many income streams do millionaires have? All right. Tom Corley, author of Rich Habits, studied the habits of millionaires during a 5-year study of the rich and the poor. Here's what he found as it pertained to most self-made millionaires and their income streams. 65% of self-made millionaires had 3 income streams. All right. 45% of self-millionaires had 4 income streams. 29% of self-millionaires had 5 or more income streams. All right. So I say this, and I wanted to put this up because it's millionaires. All right. The majority of us in this chat are not millionaires. Okay. But how many streams of income do you have? Okay. How many streams of income do you have? I have multiple. All right. So think through that. All right. Shout out to Wayne Burton. Yes, a brother taught the importance of high education and learning skills that can be leveraged. I'm joining the Patreon if that's how y'all moving. Yes, that's how we goddamn move, Wayne Burton TV. Appreciate the $5 super chat. This is what we do. This is what we're building here. Listen, there's pros and cons on no matter what the hell that you want to go into. All right? There's pros and cons no matter what. And I'll be damned if I have one side of the coin talking about college as if college is a piece of shit, because it's not. But it is a piece of shit if you go in there and you get a degree that don't make no goddamn sense. Okay? College is a piece of shit if you go in there not understanding what you want to do in your life and not understanding with what you chose how much money it's going to make or the likelihood of you getting a job in that sphere. Then it's a waste of goddamn time. Or if you go to some run-of-the-mill college that gets no respect. But these are the basic tenets that me and my boys talk about, and we understand this. And I think what I've come to understand is that the conversations that we have in our pockets doesn't get disseminated into folks that are not in our pockets. And that's the purpose of this. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'll be damned at the same time if y'all gonna play my blue collar gentlemen. I'll be goddamn if y'all gonna play them, because they over there making paper. They over there making bank. I'll be goddamn if y'all gonna shit on them. You understand what I'm saying? I'll be goddamn. That's not on my watch. That's not gonna happen. Because there's many blue collar savages out there that's making a lot more money than white collars. There's a lot of them. There's plenty of them. But over time, right? Pursuit of education, from a white collar perspective, it can switch. It can flip. Okay. But there's other pros as well, especially from a blue collar perspective. You are reliant on your health. You are reliant on your body. So you have to be healthy. Let's say something happens to your hands. You understand what I'm saying? Something happens to your ability to walk. You don't get paid. White collars live on salary. I could take sick days. All right. But let me tell you guys something real quickly that I heard earlier this week. From a white collar perspective, salary was created to make you complacent. Let me take a drink and then repeat it. The concept of salary was created to make you complacent. And that's some real shit. Don't just think because you got an education and you working for a brand name company that your shit is done, that you've reached some component of success. No. Salary was created to make you chill, to make you complacent, to tie you to the company, to make you work outside of a 9 to 5 and think that it is normal. I challenge y'all to focus in on things outside of what you're doing to build something for yourself, okay?